Things change all the time in today's society, but certain things never do. Here's the truth. A guy should be able to handle himself in any scenario, and there are certain abilities that every man should be able to acquire, regardless of the era we live in. Some will watch this video and think to themselves, that's toxic masculinity. We're dealing with an epidemic of weak guys. They've been misled into thinking men and women are the same. In this video, we'll go over 6 life skills that every man should know. Number 1. Knowing how to fight. It makes no difference if you are a businessman, a doctor, or an actor. You lack masculinity if you don't know how to fight. Everyone should avoid getting into conflicts or street clashes. However, this does not mean that basic fighting skills should be neglected. Let's look at a scenario that could happen to you. What would you do if you were walking along the street and a stranger approached you and asked for your wallet? You can't rely on phoning the cops and waiting for them to arrive since you don't have the time. You could just hand it to them and be safe. But your character's regard would suffer as a result. They would do it to your loved ones if they did it to you. Nobody should be able to touch the people you love and care about without consequences. It's amazing how many men in the present era chose to disregard the problem and try to justify why they didn't act. One of your responsibilities as a man is to safeguard your family. By disregarding a situation like this, you have forfeited your honor and your responsibility as a guardian. Never initiate a fight if you can avoid it, but you may find yourself in a situation where you have no alternative but to protect yourself. In that scenario, you should learn how to throw good punches and prepare to conclude this unpleasant situation with a knockout strike. Once he's gone, you can live there with your honor intact. Don't deceive yourself and believe you can fight. Instead, learn how to fight for real. Number 2, the skill to diffuse confrontation. This skill is a direct result of learning how to fight, regardless of how strong or skilled you are at it. To diffuse an increasing crisis, always use diplomacy and firm persuasion. Knowing how to cool tempers or break up a conflict qualifies you as a leader. It's like when the alpha male gorilla walks in and all the male gorillas halt their antics. Because of who he is, the alpha male can keep other male gorillas in line. Only someone who's also dangerous can genuinely master the skill to diffuse confrontation. This is why knowing how to fight and diffuse a quarrel go hand in hand. Number 3. Have a powerful presence. Have you ever noticed how some mans demand attention? When this man walks into the room, he commands respect, even without saying anything. What if I told you it's not some supernatural ability these men possess, but rather a skill that can be learned? As you can see, this presence is the result of numerous minor things and habits. You must be a powerful man with a hard handshake. When you speak to someone, look them in the eyes and walk with your chest out. You nod your head and acknowledge another man when you make eye contact with him. The reality is that charisma is a learned behavior, a talent that can be acquired similarly to how we learn to walk or drill vocabulary when learning a new language. Now, I'll state that a lot of guys try to fake these things, but it never works. Everyone can spot a forger. Don't be the man who squeezes his hand as hard as he can or stares them down to attempt to frighten them. Surrounding oneself with actual men is the greatest way to master the skill. Take a look at what they do and learn from them. This might be your own father, a mentor, or another man. Men from a combat club, for example. Fighters are frequently the most respectful and calm individuals. Nonetheless, they command attention and conduct themselves effectively. Number 4, critical thinking at its best. The capacity to think deeply on a variety of issues can assist you in becoming a much better conversationalist. It will also provide you with the mental capacity to enhance your overall quality of life and make better judgments. Consider more than one point of view as the first step toward critical thinking. Don't believe all you've been told, and don't believe what you think you know either. It is much easier stated than done. However, critical thinking demands you to leave your own biases and preconceptions at the door and embrace new facts. Simply because you've always done something a specific way doesn't make it correct. Put your assumptions and opinions to the test. Be open to examining alternative points of view and the merit of other arguments. You might simply discover something new. Number 5, being good with your money. The lack of financial education taught in schools, universities, and colleges is undoubtedly the greatest failing of these institutions. Most men go through life with no idea how to deal with money, make wise financial decisions, and put themselves up for financial freedom. We are raised to believe that you must have a job that pays a wage and nothing more. If you can begin to adjust your financial thinking, you will be able to make positive changes. So I offer a book that has helped many individuals see money in a new light. It's Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Begin studying about money as soon as you can. This is an essential life skill. Number 6, Learn how to deal with stress. Your ability to deal with stress and your level of achievement in life are inextricably related. The person who panics and buckles under pressure can never outperform the person who can remain rational and analyze critically. During difficult times, stress takes a toll on everyone's life. As a male, you will be given more and more obligations in life, which can be unpleasant. Many stressful events in life develop as a result of our procrastination. If you find yourself usually doing tasks at the last minute, or if you're constantly rusty and trying to catch up, you probably procrastinate. Take charge by outlining all you need to do in the time frame. Simply the act of making a list. Can you get it out of your thoughts and reduce your stress? Examine the list and determine which items are urgent and important. Before moving on to the next most important item on your list, give each task your whole attention until it is accomplished. You'll be performing tasks in a proactive rather than a stress style. Both men and women should strive to be stronger. Women, on the other hand, are forgiven for not being able to handle the pressure. Men, on the other hand, bear the responsibility of performance. You must be able to deal with pressure as a man. Don't whine about it. This channel will assist you in becoming powerful in all aspects of your life.
By the way, if you want to advance in life, don't forget to express your appreciation by clicking the like and subscribe buttons. Till the next time.